Hey guys, this is GROOVY 2000, and I finally got to see the Sonic movie too, and I just want to give you guys some of my thoughts on it. For starters, man, this movie was absolutely crazy. If you're a Sonic fan, you're definitely gonna love this movie. If you're a non-Sonic fan, I still think you'll find some enjoyment from it. Like honestly, it was a really good, solid movie, like front and back, like throughout the whole thing. I think someone who's not a Sonic fan can definitely get into this. But yeah, for Sonic fans, like I'm sure they give it like a 10 out of 10 or whatnot. Me personally, I would give it maybe a 8 out of 10 or 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely better on a second watch. I've watched the movie twice now. The first time I watched it, I was like, this is really good, but I don't know if I can give this a 10 out of 10 or like an 8 out of 10. I had it at a 7 out of 10 rating. But after watching it again, after seeing, knowing what I'm getting myself into, I definitely can rate it at least like an 8 out of 10 right now. So this is going to be a non-spoiler review, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on like what happens in the movie. If you want a spoiler review, you can just let me know in the comment section. But honestly, I just thought that they did Sonic right. The scenes where Sonic is meant to be serious, they do him serious. Like the actor is Ben Schwartz, he does such a good job. Like he has Sonic both comical and serious, and I feel like in the age of Sonic that we have right now, it's hard for Sega to get that sometimes. But I feel like the movie did it pretty well. Where they know, like, it's a kids' movie. Like, Sonic is still a comedic character. He's still a funny character. He's still lighthearted. He's not, like, overly serious. But there are some scenes where, like, he's confronting Robotnik, and you can tell he does not mess with this Robotnik. He actually does not like this dude. Like, he's actually willing to actually kill him, if you ask me. Like, honestly, like, you have to see him in this movie. Especially, like, just like in the first movie, he wasn't really joking around with Robotnik that much. He actually saw Robotnik as a threat. And it's the same in this movie, especially when you get to the final act, you'll see just how much of a threat Robotnik is to Sonic and his friends. Especially like when he first appears, yeah, for sure. Um, I just love how they characterize Sonic and they show. And the thing about it is that a lot of people don't like it when they bring in Sonic's friends. I don't know why critics say that. I love Sonic's friends, but like Sonic and his friends are the highlight of the movie. But they still have scenes specifically for Sonic only. Like they know that adding all these new characters can be a bit jarring, so they still have scenes that show you no, we remember that this is a Sonic movie. We're not just gonna focus on these guys. We're also gonna show you a little more Sonic and show him face his fears, show him fight against the big bad guy. So I really appreciate that they did that. Just for other characters to get their shine, but for Sonic to still be the main focus of the movie. Jim Carrey as Robotnik, obviously that's one of the best parts of the movie. Like I said, he's just so good, and the movie wouldn't be as good as it was without him. Definitely in the first movie, he carried it a lot more. Like it's more the first Sonic movie was more tolerable because of Robotnik. In this movie, it's not really just Robotnik that makes the movie. He does make the movie in a sense, but he's not the only factor that makes this movie really good. It's also Knuckles, it's also Sonic, it's Tails, it's these other characters as well. And especially Knuckles. Knuckles, Idris Elba, they did such a good job with his voice, and not just his voice, his character. Like, honestly, this might be the best characterization of Knuckles that we've gotten, besides maybe the Archie Comics Knuckles. But honestly, I really love how they did Knuckles in this, and you just have to watch the movie to see for yourself why I love this Knuckles so much. But he's just like of course they have like the gullible side of him. Like that's just a character trait of Knuckles. You can't have Knuckles without him being gullible. But they do it in a way that it makes sense for his character. It's not like he's super dumbed down like he is in Sonic Boom. Nah, he's not like that. He's definitely more serious in this. Like he barely smiles at all in this movie, but it's still justified for him. But there's still justification for him being dumbed down in some sense, if that makes sense to you guys. Tails was also nice. I think they did a good job with this character. I know some people were saying that they wish Tails got more roles. Honestly, for the second movie, I think he got enough roles. He did his part pretty well, and we did get an origin story for him. He's pretty adorable, by the way. So I think that they did execute Tails pretty well. Honestly, I'm just so happy that we could see all these characters on the big screen. Are there any bads to this movie? Well, not that I can think of. Everything in this movie was pretty good. There weren't any like super bad moments. There are definitely moments where the story slows down. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil the movie in this review, but I do think that it doesn't really affect the movie too much. Like, it doesn't take away from it because the third act is so strong that you can easily forget about those parts that slow the movie down. And even at that, it's not like the parts were bad. Like, the parts still did have a meaning. They had a meaning to the film. Like, they they just need to be executed a little better. But honestly, like, you can look past those. So at the end of the day, I really enjoyed the Sonic movie. I'm excited to see where they go in the third movie because the third movie is going to be very interesting. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to pull out the third movie with that after credits scene, which I'm not going to spoil unless you already know. But the third movie is going to be very ambitious, and assuming that the third movie is the last one, I don't know how they're going to pull this one off. It's going to be very hard for them to top Sonic 2 and also bring in the story that I think they're going to bring in and also be able to appeal to other audiences with this story. I really don't know how they're going to do it, but we'll just have to see, and I'm really excited for Sonic 3 and that Knuckles spinoff. I'm especially excited for the Knuckles spinoff. And yeah, guys, I know it's been a while. I've been away for a while, but we're still out here. And yeah, guys, that's just my Sonic 2 review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So tell me, guys, have you guys seen the movie yet? If you haven't, then you have to definitely go see it because right now it's breaking records. And if you want to support our boo boy, yes, please go support him. Go to the movies right now and watch this movie for yourself. You are gonna have a blast, regardless on who you are, regardless on what you think of the movie. There's one thing that this movie isn't, and that's boring. This movie is not boring in the slightest. It's entertaining all the way throughout. I think you guys are gonna have a good time watching this movie. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be cool, be wild, and be groovy.